Hey, what's up, everyone? So I'm gonna make another video here, talking some more stuff about this Amazon shit. Here I am right now. I'm at the Amazon facility where I do my overnight route at. So it's like shit, little after 1 in the morning. I work out of the Chicago area, Chicagoland area. I don't know how it is in other states. I'm guessing it's the same. So that's the gate where you would enter right there. So I just went through there. I had to stop and show the guy my badge, and then now I'm in my dock door. So I'm just gonna sit here for a minute and do this. So basically, questions you guys. I'm driving like a 26-footer. This is like an enterprise rental truck. That's what a lot of companies here. You either drive rental trucks, or now that these companies have been doing this for a while, a lot of them have moved on to getting their own trucks now. They're not using rental trucks anymore. You just saw a Penske truck just drive by there. But these things, as you can see right here, it's got air brakes. Everything else is, it's automatic. It's easy. I mean, you don't need a commercial license. This truck is under 26,000 pounds, so it's not considered a commercial vehicle, regardless if it has air brakes. Even if it has air brakes, you don't have to worry about having an air brake endorsement or anything like that, because you can't have one unless you have a commercial license. So, and I know all that crap. I know all the rules. I used to have a Class A, and I got rid of my Class A, so now I'm downgraded. Now I have a C license, and I'm driving this. Some guys here are actually driving on D licenses. I don't know how they're doing it. I don't know if it's legal, but they're doing it. But supposedly, most of the jobs, they require you to have at least a C license, which is real easy. It allows you to drive vehicles up to 26,000 pounds. Whether it has air brakes or not doesn't matter. I mean, anybody can go and rent this truck at the Enterprise dealership. So. But see, we're using it for commercial purposes, but still, even that, as long as it's what you're carrying is under 26,000, you can drive it without a lot. So if you don't have a Class C and you want to know how to get one, go to just a local DMV. It doesn't have to be a CDL facility, because it's not a CDL. You go to a local DMV, tell them you want your C license. They'll give you a written test. It's real easy. I mean, they'll give you a little pamphlet right there to study. I mean, this is in Illinois. I don't know every state what the regulations are. I know, like in New York, I think they completely got rid of the Class C. They don't even have it. It's just a D. With a D license, you can drive anything up to 26,000 pounds. But Illinois and most states, I know you got to get a Class C. So they give you a little. They'll give you a little study guide, and it's like 15, 20 questions, maybe less, and you can get like 7 wrong. Or up to 7 wrong. So you just study that little study guide real quick. Take the test. If you want to study at home beforehand and watch, there's probably a YouTube video on the questions that you're going to be asked. So do whatever you got to do. It's real easy. Take the test. Then you got to take a driving test. So you're going to have to actually come to the facility. Either you don't have to do it the second you take the written test. You can come back later, and you can take a driving test to get your permit, or to get your C. You'll have to bring in a truck like this. So you would, in that case, you would have to go to like a U-Haul. Hopefully, if you got a truck or someone can lend you a truck, use it. I paid the money, man. I paid like $100-something to rent a U-Haul, because this job I just got now, I've had it for like over a year now, but the job I'm with now, the spots were filling up quick. And they said, hey, we're starting orientation on Monday. This was a Friday, so I had to go like Saturday morning and do all this in one day. I had to go get that, because I downgraded my Class A, went back to a regular license. This shop's like, oh, you got to have a minimum of a C. So now I'm like, damn, I had to go back. I took the written test on Friday. I know, Saturday morning, and then like within 2 hours, I went back. I went to a U-Haul, rented a U-Haul truck, a 26-footer. It didn't have air brakes on it, but it didn't matter. I went back with the U-Haul. They gave me the road test. I passed it easily. It's easy. I went like around like a 5-block radius in a square, like in a rectangle. I just came right back to the facility. it was easy. I mean, me and the lady were just bullshitting about other stuff, the lady that was testing me. So came back, passed that, got the license. I called the job, or I emailed them. I showed them a copy of the license I just got. And they're like, hey, cool, you know, can you come in for an interview tomorrow? I was like, hell yeah, let's go. Everything went good at the interview. Got the job. I went to the Enterprise dealership where the boss was, the owner was going to be at the next day. And it was like 5 other guys, and they gave us each like a quick little road test in the Enterprise truck, make sure you really knew how to drive. And that was it. I mean, I'm sure you got to have a so decent driving record. My record's really bad, actually, somehow, but a lot of my stuff's been covered up by supervisions and stuff like that. I pled guilty to a lot of speeding tickets and other stuff, but I've never had a drunk, you know, like a DUI. I've never had a revoked license. I've had a suspension once. That was just for forgetting to pay a ticket on time. But I've had a bunch of speeding tickets, but most of them were covered. I got supervision on, so a lot of them aren't on my record. With a C class, you can get away with that. Like, not all that stuff will be covered up. Anything you've had covered up will stay covered up. When you get a CDL, though, Class A or B, it's going to be anything you did is going to be on your record. Everything's going to show up. But anyway, let me get back to this. So yeah, you got to have a Class C at least. Obviously, a B or an A works as well. And then you're going to, you know, look for one of these companies, man. You should look on Craigslist, you know, Indeed, maybe whatever. I mean, any job engine, search engine you can find this. Look for something for Amazon overnight, box truck delivery, or post office delivery, or ask around where to find something, or, you know, go to an Amazon facility if you have to. Just drive into one of these places like this and be like, hey, how can I get in contact with one of your contractors? You know, hey guys, I want to get a driving job. And, you know, from there, you know, come on in. Like I said, you know, peak season's about to start. It's starting a week from today. And I can't wait. And I'm sick of the route I'm on right now. I've been doing this route since like early in the year. I just can't wait to get off and get on something else. So, peak season starting in a week. I'm going to have a route at 9 o'clock at night. Another route when I come back, I'll come here, load up, go to the post office. Got to be there by midnight. Which means you might have some time in between. You might have like an hour and a half in between. After you load up here, you might want to go fuel up your truck, go get some snacks, whatever you want to do. Go park your truck, go back to your car, get back in your car, and go get something to eat. Eat it, whatever. Do it. Go to shopping, go to Walmart or something. You got to pick up anything. Do what you got to do. Get back in the truck, and then go do your route. I mean, you got a lot of different options because you're gonna have a lot of time on your hands sometimes. You'll come back here anyway after that route. You'll have like 1 or 2 stops for your owl route, your 9 o'clock route. What I mean by 9 o'clock is you'll get to the Amazon by like 9 o'clock. You'll load up. It might take you an hour and a half just because you might be sitting around bullshitting or wait. You know, a lot of people take their time on the first one because they don't have to be to the post office till midnight because they don't open till midnight during peak season. Anyway, after that, you'll have to be back here by like 1:30 to do your overnight route. So then you'll go back in Amazon. Go load up. It might be the same route or it might be a slightly different route, your overnight route. Either way, you'll do that route. So you'll leave out of here by like 2 something in the morning. Go do that route. It might take an hour. It might take 2 hours, 3 hours, depending on where you're going, how many stops you got. And then that would be it. You'll never have to deal with any boss. You don't have any bosses breathing over you. I mean, you're driving a truck, man. So I mean, most guys, you finish your route and then boom, you'll take the truck back to wherever your company's yard is. You'll drop off the truck and then get in your car and go home. Or in my case, I have a third route. So for me, if my second stop is near my house, my company allows us to take the trucks home. If you have a spot to park the truck by your house, you can take your truck home. In my case, I'll park it. If I can get home by 3, 4 in the morning, that'd be sweet. And then I can stay home till about noon. So I can sleep for 5, 6 hours, 7 hours, whatever. Get up, have a few hours at home, and then go and do my day route, which is in Joliet. So I'll go from my house, about 45-minute ride to Joliet to that end. That's a day, same day delivery, like I told you guys in the last video. So I'll do my same day delivery. I have to check in by 12:30. And then by the time you have to sit around and wait there for a little bit. Then they bring you in, you load up, and then you'll head out. From Joliet, I take that to Chicago. And, I get in the city, get in and out of there real quick, and I head back to the yard, which is out in Bolingbrook. And then I'm done. I'm usually get back to the yard. When I'm all done with that route, it's like 3:30 when I get back to the yard. And then I'd be home by 4. And then that's my day. And then for the owl, now it's peak season, though, it's going to be a little rough now, because now I'll get home at 4. And now I got to leave the house again by like 8:30 or 8 o'clock. Who knows? We have to get to the yard, get the truck, and come back to work here to do it. But, man, dude, like, I be wanting that money so much, I don't care. I just think of it, it's only 2 months out of the year. And I got a family, I got a girl, I got kids, man. I want to, I want to be making good ass money. I want all my, everyone's gonna have a good ass Christmas. That's the way I look at it. So I want that money. I don't care. It's after the 2 months is up, by the time the beginning of January comes around, peak's done. Now you can go back to the owl route will be gone, so you don't have to worry about coming in at 8, 9 o'clock at night. Now you don't have to come in till like 1 in the morning. So, but for those 2 months, you really want to grind, hustle, make that extra money. That's the way I look at it. This is like, hey, it's only a couple months. It'll be done with. Gives you extra money for the holidays anyway, which is good, and that's what it is. So, yada yada. People asking about what the question I had down there was about the money. Now you're gonna make good money. I mean, everyone has their own definition of what's good. I'm just gonna keep real. I'm not gonna get into exact numbers with everybody, but I mean, every company's a little different how they pay out and everything like that. Some offer bonuses during peak. Each company pays a little different, but usually it all equals out to the same. Some companies give flat rates for each route, no matter how far it is, how many stops. Other companies, they pay basically specifically like on how many stops, how many miles you're driving. But for peak season, like me doing, like if you're just doing an hour route and an overnight route, and that's it, nothing else during the day, just those 2 routes. I mean, depending on the company, everything's a little different, but you can make anywhere from 12 to 13, 1400 a week. And that's clear. That's how much you would clear, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, all these companies do 1099 here, so you're going to get all that money up front. Me doing 3 routes, I can make a little more. I can make between, depending on, I might not do them every day just because it's a lot of freaking time and I'm going to be tired as hell. I'll probably work every day, but I don't know if I'll do 3 routes every day. I might take a couple days where I only do 2 routes. I might give up the day run a couple days a week, preferably probably the weekends. But you can make from 1,300 to 1,700, 1,800. I mean, some guys are even claiming they're making 2 G's a week during peak season. Actually, because like the thing is, they're gonna have another route in the morning here for Expo Logistics. Like I told you, they're the ones that run the routes here for Amazon. These overnight routes, they're gonna have morning routes. So like when you finish your overnight route, let's say 4, 5, 6 in the morning, on average, they're gonna have another route for some. I don't know if it's every day, but they allow. I remember last peak season they would be calling you around 4 or 5. Hey, when you're done with your overnight route, do you want to come back to Amazon and do another one? Because they have so much shit to go out. They don't have enough overnight drivers to do it all. So they might have you coming back if you want. Come back and take another 2, 3, 4 stops. And, like I said, these routes pay anywhere from 70 to 80 to 90. It's little bags of chunk change, but they add up once you start doing so many damn routes. And if you're working 5, or 6, 7 days a week, yeah, man, you can make a lot of money. So right now, like me, without the peak season, just on my regular 2 route, my overnight, and then doing my day route, I'm making about 1,100 a week. And that's me working for a company. My goal one day is to get my own truck and do this on my own. You can make a lot more money, so. But I don't know. probably where I'll leave it today. I wish I could go inside and film, but Amazon doesn't allow filming inside. I want to be able to show y'all exactly how it looks, how to load up. But I don't want to lose my job for filming in there. But I'll try, you know, I'm going to get into some more videos, and I'm going to try and get more detail on that. But are any questions about this, man? Like, if y'all looking to really get into it, I would get into it quick before this peak's about to start, peak season. And I'm sure it's the same all around the country. Peak starting probably right in the middle of November, when like the volume goes up a lot. A lot of people are ordering a lot more shit, so they're gonna have a lot more routes, a lot more work, a lot more money to make. So, I'm trying to think if I can add anything else in here real quick. That's all I can think of right now. So that's where I'm gonna leave it. Any questions, comments, leave them down below. If you want more content, I'm gonna make more videos. I'm gonna try and make them like every other day or something now. I think it was 2 weeks between these two videos, but I'm gonna try and make them more often now and I'm gonna find new stuff to talk about. There's a lot more stuff to go over, trust me. So subscribe if you want, get notified when I make a new one. Go ahead and do that. But alright, I'm gonna go in there. I gotta go in and load up. So good shit. I'll holler at y'all next time. Alright, holler.